You must feel an awful sense of guilt.
Stay away from me.
Why are you doing that?
What are you?
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wes Grant. You're watching Suburban Nerd, this channel where I give my nerd views. On today's Nerd News, I also do movie reviews, and today's movie I'm going to be reviewing is Men, directed by Alex Garland, starring Jessie Buckley, I believe. And Alex Garland, he's directed other movies such as Annihilation, I believe Dread, Ex Machina. So this dude, he can direct a movie. If you've never seen one of my reviews, I pretty much give a quick synopsis of the movie. I give my pros, give my cons, then I give a grade, then that's pretty much the review. So this movie, Men, it's the movie is for the most part about a woman who a widow who's dealing with her husband dying in front of her, and then she moves out to the countryside in England to get the house in the countryside that she's always wanted. So she does this, and then when she goes there, she starts dealing with things as far as like remembering how her significant other died, and then all these weird things that starts happening to her by men, and that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna start off with my pros. So my pros is, as far as the directing, I like the camera angles, I like the transitions, like from moments when there's a loud noise to transitioning to her screaming, or transitioning from what's it called, like from a statue to her, and just, you know, nothing as far as transitions we've never seen before, nothing spectacular, but I liked it for the most part. And the way it was kind of directed in the beginning, I was kind of feeling it, you know. That's pretty much as far. In the acting of the Jessie, she's a good actress, and the other people, they were definitely weird. So if that's what they're going for, good on them. That's as far as my pros go, because this movie was the first movie in a while where I watched it, and the indie film, it was so weird, it got me angry. It got me literally angry because nothing made sense. I believe they gave Alex Garland too much. I don't know if it was the writing or if it was just that he just went all balls to the wall. Let's just go weird, because maybe he saw, Lighthouse, whatever. I never saw Lighthouse for the most part, so I don't know if I would have felt as weird by this as after seeing something like that, because I hear it's very weird, whatever. But people in the theater, I heard people just saying, I don't understand. And I want to yell, like, I don't understand either. None of us do. Because it was just getting so weird. It, like, I understand I believe in women empowerment. I definitely do. Because, I understand that, she went to do this and she didn't want to, once the first signs of, like, being kind of weird, she didn't want to run away. But at the same time, when I get frustrated, these people do these stupid things. You go to the countryside, maybe wait until you got a friend to go traveling into the woods or something like that, because you don't know the area. You don't know what's going to go on. So she's traveling to the woods into the forest, and it goes to the tunnel, and then it's a cool scene where she starts yelling, ha, 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 and then the echo, and it's kind of cool, and then all of a sudden some weird person gets up at the end and screams loud and then starts running towards her, and then she runs, and then she's running through the path and runs past the part where she comes down a hill, and I'm like, okay, that's why you don't go traveling by yourself. That being said, weird things happen. Someone followed her, and then she calls the police, go away. But then the movie starts getting even weirder, because it's like, I don't know if this thing is supposed to be like a representation of how females feel towards men, but every guy in this movie turns out to be irredeemable. Or at least, maybe it's in her eyes. I don't know if she's hallucinating. I don't know if it's demons haunting her. I don't know if it's just it's weird central in that town. But the men, just all of them, even random guys, just seemed like general assholes. Like, she goes into a bar, and why does every dude look like a rapist? Even the bartender. Everybody's looking at her with a side eye. Like, who does that in a bar? Really, is that how it works? Maybe in a small village where there's not that many females by themselves. But every dude looked like he just got out of prison. And I just didn't understand, because like I said, I'm all for female empowerment, but this movie just got too weird to the point where I was literally pleading to the screen, what the F is going on? And I'm saying it in my seat. I'm looking at the people next to me. No one could understand this movie and understand liberal, like taking liberties as far as like being, unique and weird. Because I've watched weird movies and I can understand. What's it called? Everything, Everywhere, All at Once is a weird movie, but I appreciate it. It's a masterpiece, and it makes sense, and you understand the story. Even Green Knight. I understood the story. It was weird things, but I understood the story for the most part. I might not have liked it as much as everyone was praising it, but I understood the story for the most part. This movie, I don't understand the movie or the point, because it's making sense up to a certain point. Then once it gets to a little bit halfway, it just loses you because it just starts doing weird things, and you don't know what's going on. You don't know if it's haunting. You don't know if she's hallucinating. You don't know what's up, but it happened. It's real. And then the birth, a guy's giving a birth to a guy giving another birth to a guy giving another birth to a guy giving another. And I'm not even exaggerating. Weird stuff like that is happening in this movie, and I don't understand why. I don't know what it's supposed to represent. And I'm not saying that, I'm sure there's some highfalutin person that, can break this down and be like, oh, this means this and this means this. But for the average person, this movie makes no sense. I'm sorry, I can't recommend this movie to an average movie watcher because they're not going to enjoy this. I'm being serious. You can say it's my personal view, but yes, it is my personal view. And my personal view is the average everyday person. And everyone in the movie theater, from what I saw, did not understand this and did not enjoy it. They seemed to enjoy it in the beginning, but close to the end, they just lost everybody. And I'm telling you the truth, that's what it was. So as far as me, I have to give this movie a D. I have to give it a D. Why? Because even though it had some good moments, compared to what he's directed, as Garland directed before, this movie makes no sense whatsoever. Even Annihilation was weird, but I understood and I appreciate it. This, I can't. It got too weird, too freaky. They gave him too much reins, or maybe the writer just got too much reins. I can't. So thank you. If you agree with me, comment down below, subscribe, like, share this video. If you think that I'm being too harsh on it, just let me know. Like I said, comment down below. Let's keep this conversation going, because I don't think I'm the only one that feels the way I do. Even though if you look up reviews, whatever, seems like everyone's raving about this thing, but nobody in the theater understood or came out like, oh, this was amazing. Nobody. Like I said, I'm all down for the weird. I'm definitely down for the weird, but when you just start doing some weird stuff without any explanation or context of what's going on, you lose a lot of people, and I'm the average person, and you lost a lot of us. So that's my review. Thank you. Like I said, I'll talk to you guys. Comment, share, like, subscribe, all that goodness. And I'm Wes Grant. You've been watching Suburban Nerd. You've just been notified. Catch you guys on the next review.